Welcome back, travelers. Today we're diving deep into something that can totally transform your travel experiences, connecting with locals. I'm talking about ditching the tourist traps and really getting to know the soul of a place. Imagine swapping travel stories over some crazy good street food you'd never find on your own, or getting invited to a hidden local spot that's totally off the beaten path. That's the good stuff, people. And in this video, I'm dropping 8 of my most clutch tips to help you do just that. So buckle up, smash that like button, and let's get this adventure started. First things first, if you want to meet locals, you gotta go where the locals go. And no, I'm not talking about those cheesy tourist traps with the giant maps and fanny packs. I'm talking about the real deal, the places where people actually live their lives. Think about it. Where do you go in your own city to unwind, grab a bite, or just soak up the vibes? It's probably not some overpriced restaurant with a giant neon sign, right? You were more likely to be caught at that awesome little coffee shop down the street, the one with the mismatched furniture and the killer playlists. Or maybe you're chilling at the park, people watching and catching some rays. Every city has these spots, those hidden gems that pulse with local energy. It could be a bustling market overflowing with fresh produce and street food that'll make your taste buds sing. Or maybe it's a local pub where everyone seems to know each other's name. These are the places where conversations flow as easily as the drinks, where you can strike up a chat about the local team or the best place to grab a late-night bite. It's all about being present, being open to new experiences, and letting those organic connections unfold naturally. So, ditch the guidebook for a hot minute and let your curiosity lead the way. Trust me, the best way to experience a new place is to experience it through the eyes of the people who call it home. All right, let's be real for a second. Nobody expects you to become fluent in a new language overnight. But trust me, learning a few basic phrases in the local language can go a long way. It's like showing up to a party with a small gift. It shows you care and that you're making an effort. Think about it. How would you feel if someone visited your city and tried to communicate with you in your native tongue, even if it was just a simple hello or thank you? It instantly breaks down barriers and shows that you're genuinely interested in their culture. Plus, it can lead to some pretty hilarious and memorable encounters. I once tried to order a beer in rural Vietnam using nothing but hand gestures and a whole lot of enthusiasm. Let's just say it involved a lot of pointing, laughing, and ultimately, me getting exactly what I wanted. The point is, don't be afraid to put yourself out there and try, even if you stumble over a few words. Locals will appreciate the effort, and you might just pick up a new phrase or two along the way. And who knows, maybe you'll even impress someone with your linguistic skills. Or at the very least, you'll get a good laugh out of it. One of the absolute best ways to connect with locals is to, well, actually connect with them. And what better way to do that than by jumping headfirst into the local scene? Trust me, there's no better way to get a feel for a city's heartbeat than by experiencing its festivals and events. Think vibrant street parades, lively music festivals, traditional ceremonies that have been passed down for generations. These are the experiences that stay with you long after you've left. Check out local listings, ask around at your hostel or hotel, or even strike up a conversation with a friendly face at a cafe. You never know what hidden gems you might uncover. And the best part? These events are often magnets for locals, which means you'll have plenty of opportunities to strike up conversations, share laughs, and maybe even get invited to an after-party or two. Remember, the goal here isn't just to be a spectator, it's to immerse yourself in the energy and spirit of the celebration. So put on your dancing shoes, grab a local delicacy, and let loose. You might just make some lifelong friends along the way. Chapter 4. There's an app for that. All right, let's be real. We live in a digital age. And while I'm all for ditching the tech and embracing real-life interactions, there's no denying that our phones can be pretty darn useful, especially when it comes to connecting with people in new places. Think about it. There are literally apps for everything these days, finding a date, ordering takeout, even tracking your sleep. So why not use them to your advantage when you're traveling? There are tons of apps specifically designed to connect travelers with locals and like-minded adventurers. Some of my go-tos include Meetup, Couchsurfing, and even Instagram. Meetup is awesome for finding groups and events based on your interests, whether it's hiking, photography, or just grabbing a beer with fellow travelers. Couchsurfing is great for, well, couchsurfing, but it also has a feature that lets you connect with locals for activities and hangouts, even if you're not crashing at their place. And don't underestimate the power of social media. Instagram is a goldmine for discovering local spots and connecting with people who share your passions. Just search for hashtags related to your destination or interests and start scrolling. The point is, don't be afraid to use technology to your advantage. It can be a powerful tool for breaking down barriers and forging meaningful connections, both online and offline. Chapter 5. Embrace the hostel life. Listen, I get it. The idea of sharing a room with a bunch of strangers might not sound like everyone's cup of tea. But trust me on this one. Hostels are like the ultimate melting pots for meeting people from all walks of life, both locals and fellow travelers. Think about it. Where else can you roll out of bed and instantly be surrounded by a group of people who are just as eager to explore and experience new things as you are? Hostels are breeding grounds for spontaneous adventures, late-night conversations, and the kind of shared experiences that forge lasting bonds. Plus, hostels often organize events and activities specifically designed to bring people together, from pub crawls and city tours to cooking classes and language exchanges. And even if you're not the hostel type, consider staying in a guest house or a locally owned B&B. These smaller, more intimate accommodations often have a more communal vibe, making it easier to strike up conversations with other guests and the staff. Chapter 6. Get your tourist on. I know, I've been preaching about ditching the tourist traps and embracing the local scene, but hear me out on this one. Sometimes the best way to connect with locals is to, well, embrace your inner tourist. Think about it. Locals often work in the tourism industry, whether it's leading tours, driving taxis, or serving up delicious local delicacies. And who better to give you the insider scoop on the best places to eat, drink, and explore than the people who know the city like the back of their hand? Don't be afraid to strike up conversations with your tour guides. Ask your taxi drivers for their favorite local haunts, or chat with the vendors at the market. You never know what hidden gems you might uncover. Plus, joining local tours and activities, like cooking classes, language exchanges, or even volunteer opportunities, can be a great way to meet people who share your interests and passions. So go ahead, embrace your inner tourist. Just remember to be respectful, be curious, and be open to learning from the people you meet along the way. Chapter 7. Be a friend, make a friend. Here's a revolutionary thought. If you want to make friends, be a friend. It's as simple as that. Seriously, it's all about putting yourself out there, being approachable, and showing genuine interest in the people you meet. Smile, make eye contact, and don't be afraid to strike up conversations. Ask open-ended questions, listen attentively, and be genuinely curious about their lives, their culture, and their perspectives. Remember, people can spot a phony a mile away, so just be yourself, be authentic, and be genuinely interested in connecting with the people around you. And most importantly, be respectful. Learn a few basic phrases in the local language. Be mindful of local customs, and be patient. Not everyone communicates at the same pace or in the same way. Chapter 8. Respect the culture. All right, last but definitely not least, let's talk about respect. When you're traveling, you're essentially a guest in someone else's home. Their city, their country, their culture. And just like you'd want someone to respect your home and your way of life, it's crucial to extend that same courtesy to the people you meet on your travels. It's not just about avoiding faux pas or not offending anyone, although that's obviously important. It's about approaching each interaction with a sense of humility, curiosity, and a willingness to learn from those around you. Take the time to research local customs and traditions. Learn a few basic phrases in the local language, even if it's just hello, thank you, and excuse me. Dress appropriately for the local culture, especially when visiting religious sites or attending special events. And remember, what might seem like a harmless joke or comment in your culture could be perceived as offensive or disrespectful in another. So when in doubt, err on the side of caution and observe how locals interact with each other before jumping in. So there you have it, my 8 tips for making friends with locals and turning your next trip into an unforgettable adventure. Remember, traveling isn't just about ticking off destinations on a bucket list. It's about connecting with people, experiencing new cultures, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. So, go forth, explore, be open to the unexpected, and most importantly, have fun. You never know what amazing experiences and friendships await you just around the corner. And who knows? Maybe I'll see you out there on the road. Until then, safe travels. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel advice. And remember, the best part of traveling is the people you meet along the way. See you in the next video.